Lesson 1: Beachfront Comfort and Smart Stays.
Cozy beachfront accommodation will help us make the most of our stay.
A beachfront room offers immediate access to sea views and fresh air.
Will proximity to the shore influence our daily plans?
Being close encourages early walks and sunset watching without delay.
Should we prioritize rooms with sea-facing balconies?
A balcony extends private space and enhances morning coffee rituals.
Will sound from waves affect sleep quality positively or negatively?
Many find waves soothing, but some prefer earplugs for deeper sleep.
Should we check for effective climate control in the room?
Reliable air conditioning or fans ensure comfort during warm evenings.
Will kitchenette facilities add practical value to a beachfront stay?
A small kitchenette reduces dining costs and supports flexible meals.
Should we inquire about secure storage for valuables at the property?
Secure storage and in-room safes protect important documents and devices.
Will accessibility to public transport matter for exploration?
Easy transport links allow day trips without reliance on taxis.
Should we confirm cleaning frequency and linen policies?
Regular cleaning supports hygiene and maintains a pleasant environment.
Will beachfront properties advertise private beach access?
Private access increases privacy but may come with additional fees.
Should we evaluate noise levels from nearby bars or events?
Checking local nightlife can prevent unexpected disturbance at night.
Will complimentary beach gear enhance our experience?
Towels, umbrellas, and chairs simplify packing and increase comfort.
Should we ask about on-site laundry for longer stays?
On-site laundry adds convenience, especially for extended visits.
Will dining options nearby influence our choice of accommodation?
Proximity to quality restaurants and cafes enriches the local experience.
Should we prioritize properties with shaded outdoor seating?
Shaded areas provide respite from sun and create pleasant social spaces.
Will free or reliable Wi-Fi be important for content creation and work?
Reliable Wi-Fi supports uploads, research, and communication while traveling.
Should we confirm noise insulation between neighboring units?
Good insulation preserves privacy and reduces disturbances from adjacent guests.
Will safety measures such as lifeguards affect beach choice?
Lifeguard beaches increase swimmer safety and reduce risk.
Should we review cancellation and refund policies before booking?
Clear cancellation terms protect plans against unexpected changes.
Will local environmental practices of the property influence our choice?
Eco-friendly hotels demonstrate commitment to conservation and community.
Should we investigate local rules about beach fires and barbecues?
Understanding regulations prevents fines and supports beach preservation.
Will sunrise and sunset orientations affect which side to book?
Orientation determines the best views for sunrise coffee or evening relaxation.
Should we prioritize accommodations with blackout curtains for restful sleep?
Blackout curtains reduce morning glare and support consistent sleep schedules.
Will child-friendly facilities matter if families travel with us?
Play areas, safety rails, and shallow water access create family suitability.
Should we check for pet-friendly policies if we travel with animals?
Pet policies, fees, and nearby green spaces inform pet-friendly choices.
Will late arrival and early departure procedures be convenient for our itinerary?
Flexible check-in and luggage storage options ease travel logistics.
Should we read recent guest reviews to assess real experiences?
Recent reviews reveal current service levels and potential issues.
Will balcony and terrace maintenance affect aesthetics and safety?
Well-maintained outdoor spaces ensure enjoyment and reduce hazard risks.
Should we confirm availability of power outlets near beds and work areas?
Convenient outlets support device charging and productive work routines.
Will proximity to medical facilities be relevant to travel safety?
Nearby clinics and pharmacies increase preparedness for health needs.
Should we consider room orientation for cooling breezes and shade?
Natural breezes reduce reliance on air conditioning and increase comfort.
Will secure, well-lit parking matter for guests with vehicles?
Safe parking protects vehicles and provides peace of mind during the stay.
Should we inquire about breakfast options and local produce use?
Locally sourced breakfast highlights regional flavors and supports producers.
Will beachfront lighting restrictions affect evening activities?
Lighting rules protect wildlife and may influence nighttime plans.
Should we ask about accessibility for guests with mobility challenges?
Accessible pathways, ramps, and elevators ensure inclusion and safety.
Will local curfews or quiet hours impact our social plans?
Awareness of quiet hours prevents inadvertent noise violations and fines.
Should we prioritize a property with on-site concierge services?
A concierge expedites reservations, local recommendations, and special arrangements.
Will privacy features such as screen terraces matter for influencers filming?
Privacy supports focused filming and avoids unintentional inclusion of bystanders.
Should we check for flexible mealtimes to suit content schedules?
Flexible dining accommodates late shoots and irregular work hours.
Will sustainable waste disposal at the property align with ethical travel values?
Responsible waste practices demonstrate environmental stewardship and model good behavior.
Should we negotiate mid-stay housekeeping to respect filming privacy?
Negotiated housekeeping preserves privacy while keeping the space tidy.
Will local wildlife presence enhance or complicate the beachfront experience?
Wildlife can enrich visits but may require respectful distance and safety measures.
Should we prepare a short checklist for packing specifically for beachfront stays?
A checklist ensures essentials such as reef-safe sunscreen, hats, and reusable water bottles are included.
Will clear communication with hosts about expectations prevent misunderstandings?
Direct discussions about needs and schedules build goodwill and prevent surprises.
Should we consider booking refundable rates for uncertain travel plans?
Refundable bookings provide flexibility and reduce financial risk during planning.
Will documenting the accommodation for viewers require host permission?
Seeking permission respects privacy, local rules, and establishes professional relationships.
Should we model polite, formal language when making special requests?
Polite requests increase the likelihood of positive responses and promote respectful interaction.
Will selecting a well-reviewed, eco-friendly beachfront accommodation maximize our comfort and audience appeal?
Thoughtful selection combines guest comfort, ethical travel practices, and attractive content for viewers.
I will research options, confirm amenities and policies, and secure a tasteful, comfortable beachfront accommodation that supports a memorable and responsible stay.
Lesson 2: Early results and rising interest.
Have you seen any results yet?
Yes, we have had more customer inquiries this month.
Are the inquiries translating into sales?
Some inquiries have led to trial purchases and follow-up questions.
Do you track conversion rates from inquiry to purchase?
We monitor conversions daily and analyze trends weekly.
Have marketing channels changed recently to cause the increase?
A targeted campaign on social media and local press coverage helped.
Which social platforms generated the most engagement?
Short educational clips and behind-the-scenes posts performed best.
Did influencer endorsements play a role in visibility?
Influencers amplified reach but required careful vetting for fit.
Can influencer hype be controversial for brand authenticity?
Over-reliance on hype can alienate discerning customers and harm trust.
Have customer demographics shifted with the new inquiries?
We have attracted younger viewers and international interest as well.
Does international interest complicate fulfillment and service?
International demand requires logistics planning and multilingual support.
Are you prepared to scale customer service for increased volume?
We are hiring bilingual support staff and setting up automated responses.
Will automation risk reducing personalization for clients?
Automation balances efficiency with personal touch when implemented carefully.
Have product questions revealed common misunderstandings?
Recurring questions signal areas for clearer product descriptions and tutorials.
Should you create FAQ videos to reduce repetitive inquiries?
FAQ videos and clear captions will help learners and customers alike.
Will clearer educational content improve conversion and retention?
Education builds trust and empowers buyers to make informed choices.
Have you gathered feedback from early customers about product quality?
Early reviews highlighted great design and requested minor usability tweaks.
Do usability tweaks require significant redesign or minor updates?
Most suggestions need small iterations rather than major redesigns.
Are you documenting feedback systematically for product teams?
We log feedback in a shared system and prioritize by impact and feasibility.
Have you identified any controversial features that divide opinion?
A bold pricing tier prompted debate about accessibility versus premium positioning.
Could tiered pricing risk alienating loyal, cost-conscious customers?
It could, unless value propositions are communicated transparently.
Should discounts or scholarship options be considered for accessibility?
Targeted concessions can broaden access while preserving revenue streams.
Have customer acquisition costs increased with the new campaigns?
Initial acquisition costs rose slightly due to paid promotions.
Will lifetime value projections justify the higher upfront costs?
Early lifetime value metrics suggest sustainable returns for many segments.
Are retention strategies in place to maximize lifetime value?
We plan loyalty content, personalized follow-ups, and exclusive lessons.
Do subscribers respond well to periodic free workshops?
Free workshops increased engagement and converted some attendees into paying customers.
Could free offerings devalue premium content if overused?
Excessive free content may reduce perceived value. Balance is key.
Have you measured engagement by lesson completion rates?
Completion rates inform content pacing and indicate learner satisfaction.
Do shorter, focused lessons perform better for busy learners?
Bite-sized lessons improved completion and repeat viewership markedly.
Will you experiment with both short and extended formats?
Offering varied lengths accommodates diverse learning preferences.
Have any partnerships emerged from increased visibility?
Local educators and cultural organizations expressed interest in collaboration.
Could partnerships enhance credibility and content depth?
Collaborations bring expertise and expand audience trust when aligned strategically.
Have any negative comments sparked controversy or valuable critique?
Constructive criticism helped refine content, while some hostile comments required moderation.
Is comment moderation necessary to maintain a safe learning environment?
Moderation preserves respectful discourse and protects vulnerable learners.
Will transparent community guidelines reduce heated debates?
Clear rules and consistent enforcement support constructive engagement.
Have analytics indicated peak viewing times for your audience?
Peak times cluster in early evenings and weekend afternoons across time zones.
Should posting schedules adapt to those peak windows?
Scheduling to match peak windows increases reach and initial traction.
Are you testing different thumbnail styles to boost click-through rates?
We A/B test thumbnails and messaging to optimize honest attraction.
Could sensational thumbnails create backlash if content underdelivers?
Misleading thumbnails erode trust and should be avoided despite short-term gains.
Have you considered a subscription model for premium content?
We are exploring subscriptions with tiered benefits and trial periods.
Will trials be long enough to demonstrate real learning value?
Trials should be substantive yet limited to encourage commitment without oversharing.
Have you evaluated churn rates among early subscribers?
Early churn data guides onboarding improvements and feature prioritization.
Are you building a roadmap for product enhancements based on inquiries?
A roadmap aligns development with customer needs and strategic growth.
Will you communicate roadmap priorities to your community?
Transparent updates foster loyalty and invite constructive participation.
Have you set measurable targets for the next quarter?
Targets include conversion improvements, reduced acquisition cost, and higher completion rates.
Will you test pricing elasticity to find optimal price points?
Careful experiments will reveal consumer sensitivity and revenue potential.
Are ethical monetization strategies part of your planning?
Ethics and transparency guide our approach to sponsorships and promotions.
Have you prepared crisis communication plans in case of backlash?
Prepared statements and response protocols are ready to address concerns promptly.
Will you continue to prioritize educational value over pure hype?
Sustained success depends on authentic educational impact and viewer trust.
Are you optimistic about sustained growth from these early results?
Early indicators are promising, but disciplined analysis and adaptation remain crucial.
I will refine our messaging, scale service thoughtfully, and prioritize trustworthy, learner-centered growth.
Lesson 3: A Mediterranean Language and Culture Tour.
I am considering starting in Italy and then moving on to France and Spain.
That itinerary will expose you to rich linguistic variety.
Will you begin with Italian to build confidence quickly?
Italian is melodic and accessible for basic conversational practice.
Do you plan to study key travel phrases before departure?
Memorizing greetings, directions, and dining phrases will help greatly.
Will you practice pronunciation with native speakers online?
Conversation exchanges with Italians will refine authentic intonation.
Do you intend to visit local markets to practice vocabulary?
Markets provide real contexts for food, numbers, and bargaining phrases.
Will you focus on formal and informal registers in Italian?
Learning both registers prepares you for diverse social situations.
Do you plan to take a short immersion course in Rome?
An intensive course can accelerate conversational confidence quickly.
Will cultural outings accompany formal lessons?
Museum visits and cooking classes deepen cultural comprehension.
Should you learn basic Italian culinary terms first?
Food vocabulary will enrich market interactions and menu reading.
Will you film short language lessons for your channel while in Italy?
On location videos will engage viewers and model authentic practice.
Could filming in historic sites require permits?
Permits may be necessary and rules must be respected to avoid fines.
Will you then move to France to continue the journey?
France offers a distinct register of formality and refined expressions.
Do you expect French pronunciation to be more challenging?
Nasal vowels and liaison rules will require dedicated practice.
Will you study polite phrasing for cafes and restaurants?
Polite phrasing is essential to navigate French social norms smoothly.
Do you intend to compare Italian and French food-related vocabulary?
Comparative lessons highlight cognates and false friends clearly.
Will you address controversial topics about culinary appropriation?
Discussions about appropriation must be balanced and culturally sensitive.
Should you interview local chefs about regional specialties?
Chef interviews provide authority and engaging storytelling content.
Will you record dialogues that highlight regional dialects?
Regional dialects show linguistic diversity but should be introduced carefully.
Do you plan to travel onward to Spain after France?
Spain will add another Romance language and varied cultural practices.
Will you choose between Castilian Spanish and regional varieties?
Awareness of regional varieties like Catalan helps avoid confusion and respect local identity.
Should you practice essential Spanish phrases before arrival?
Basic verbs, directions, and polite expressions will enable immediate engagement.
Will you explore tapas culture to practice ordering and sharing?
Tapas provide conversational, social opportunities and varied vocabulary.
Do you intend to compare formal address across the three countries?
Address forms differ, and clarity about formal pronouns is important.
Will you prepare lessons on false cognates among Italian, French, and Spanish?
False cognates cause errors and are excellent teaching points for learners.
Should you include cultural etiquette for greetings and gestures?
Etiquette lessons prevent misunderstandings and promote respectful interactions.
Will viewers appreciate on-screen vocabulary lists for each episode?
On-screen lists enhance comprehension and support retention for learners.
Do you plan to highlight historical links among Italian, French, and Spanish cultures?
Historical context clarifies linguistic similarities and divergent traditions.
Will you address controversies about tourism impact on local communities?
Tourist impact requires honest discussion about overtourism and community voices.
Should you include sustainable travel practices in your itinerary?
Sustainable choices protect heritage sites and quality of life for residents.
Will you collaborate with local language teachers in each country?
Local teachers provide credibility and deepen instructional quality.
Do you plan to film comparative pronunciation drills?
Side-by-side pronunciation examples will help learners notice contrasts.
Will you include short quizzes to test viewer comprehension?
Quizzes reinforce learning and increase viewer engagement and retention.
Should you model polite disagreement and debate in each language?
Modeling respectful debate demonstrates pragmatic language skills and civic discourse.
Will you discuss visa and legal travel requirements succinctly?
Clear information on visas and stay limits prevents legal complications for travelers.
Do you plan to cover budget tips for language learners on the move?
Budget tips expand accessibility and help plan longer stays affordably.
Will you document mistakes and learning moments honestly?
Honest mistakes make content relatable and instructive for learners.
Should you explore language exchange meetups in local cities?
Meetups provide immersive practice and authentic social interaction.
Will you caution about relying only on tourist areas for language practice?
Deeper neighborhoods offer more natural speech and culturally rich encounters.
Do you intend to feature local festivals as language labs?
Festivals offer lively contexts for colloquial phrases and cultural expression.
Will you address safety and health considerations for travelers?
Safety briefings and health precautions are essential content for all viewers.
Should you produce shorter bite-sized episodes for busy learners?
Short episodes increase consumption and reinforce microlearning benefits.
Will you keep sentences short and formal to aid comprehension?
Short, formal sentences suit learners and ease subtitle creation.
Do you think controversy about language purity might arise?
Purist debates can appear, respectful framing will keep discussions constructive.
Will you include interviews that discuss identity and language politics?
Including multiple perspectives fosters critical thinking and empathy.
Should you create downloadable phrasebooks for each country?
Phrasebooks support offline practice and travel convenience for learners.
Will you monitor analytics to tailor content to audience needs?
Analytics guide improvements and ensure educational relevance.
Do you plan to monetize through ethical sponsorships and courses?
Transparent monetization sustains the channel while maintaining trust.
Will you invite viewer challenges to suggest episode topics?
Viewer challenges increase community engagement and co-creation.
Should you plan rest days to avoid burnout while traveling and filming?
Rest days preserve creativity, health, and long-term productivity.
Will you document cultural etiquette around tipping and service?
Tipping customs vary and should be explained to prevent faux pas.
Do you intend to highlight language learning progress publicly?
Public progress reporting models realistic expectations and motivates others.
Will you balance entertaining content with rigorous language instruction?
Balancing entertainment and instruction maximizes reach and educational value.
Do you believe immersion across Italy, France, and Spain can accelerate fluency?
Immersion will greatly enhance listening skills and practical vocabulary recall.
Will you end each episode with a concise summary and practice prompts?
Summaries and prompts cement learning and encourage active practice.
Do you plan to invite alumni learners to share success stories?
Alumni testimonials inspire and provide social proof of learning outcomes.
Will you ensure cultural sensitivity when presenting regional customs?
Sensitivity and research prevent stereotypes and foster respectful representation.
Could heated debates about national pride appear in comments sections?
Comment debates may flare up and require careful moderation and context.
Will you prepare moderators and clear community guidelines for comments?
Moderation maintains a constructive environment and protects learners.
Should you include a budget breakdown for each country in a special episode?
Budget transparency helps viewers plan realistically and increases trust.
Will you offer optional live language clinics while abroad?
Live clinics provide direct feedback and deepen learner engagement.
Do you plan to end the series with a comparative cultural reflection?
A reflective finale will synthesize learning and celebrate progress.
I will map the itinerary carefully, secure local collaborators, and create clear, respectful, and engaging language lessons across Italy, France, and Spain.
Lesson 4: A bold invitation.
That sounds amazing. I will definitely give it a try while I am here.
I am glad that you will be adventurous.
Which activity do you plan to try first?
I will begin with the guided city food tour.
The tour will expose you to diverse local flavors.
Tasting new foods will expand my culinary vocabulary.
You will practice descriptive language as you taste.
I will describe textures, aromas, and flavors aloud.
Speaking while tasting will strengthen speaking confidence.
I will also ask vendors respectful questions about ingredients.
Asking questions will build cultural understanding and rapport.
I will take careful notes for later vocabulary review.
Notes will help you remember new terms and phrases.
I will record short voice memos to practice pronunciation.
Voice memos allow focused review of intonation and rhythm.
I will invite locals to recommend their favorite spots.
Locals often know hidden gems and authentic experiences.
I will try a recommended street dessert this afternoon.
Street desserts offer insight into daily traditions and history.
I will also practice polite refusals if I cannot eat something.
Polite refusals are useful and preserve social harmony.
I will learn phrases for allergies and dietary restrictions.
Those phrases will protect your health and clarify needs.
I will ask about spice levels before ordering unfamiliar dishes.
Confirming spice levels prevents unpleasant surprises.
I will compare interpretations of similar dishes across neighborhoods.
Comparative descriptions deepen cultural literacy and nuance.
I will photograph plating and ingredients for study.
Photographs provide visual prompts to support memory.
I will caption each photo with new vocabulary items.
Captions reinforce word meaning and contextual use.
I will share brief clips on social media with language tips.
Short educational clips can attract engaged viewers and learners.
I will always seek consent before featuring other people.
Respecting privacy maintains trust and ethical standards.
I will balance authentic content with cultural sensitivity.
Cultural sensitivity prevents appropriation and fosters respect.
I will schedule a short language challenge for myself daily.
Daily challenges sustain momentum and measurable progress.
I will practice ordering, thanking, and complimenting phrases.
Mastering pragmatic phrases enables natural interactions.
I will rehearse polite conversation openers and closers.
Those rehearsals will reduce anxiety during real exchanges.
I will observe local etiquette at mealtimes and gatherings.
Observing etiquette shows respect and builds connections.
I will volunteer briefly at a community food program if possible.
Volunteering provides service and meaningful language practice.
I will use simple, formal sentences when speaking with elders.
Formal speech demonstrates courtesy and cultural awareness.
I will compare formal and informal registers in practice.
Understanding registers allows appropriate adaptation in context.
I will ask for feedback from native speakers kindly.
Constructive feedback accelerates accuracy and fluency.
I will keep a list of phrases that felt natural to use.
A personal phrase list becomes a practical speaking toolkit.
I will plan a short reflection each evening about progress.
Reflection cements learning and highlights areas for growth.
I will celebrate small victories to maintain motivation.
Celebrating progress sustains long-term commitment and joy.
I will practice pronunciation drills with the most challenging words.
Focused pronunciation work will improve clarity and confidence.
I will role-play common scenarios before attempting them live.
Role play builds preparedness and reduces social friction.
I will set realistic goals for language improvement each day.
Realistic goals make progress measurable and satisfying.
I will join local conversation groups when time permits.
Conversation groups offer natural practice and peer support.
I will prepare brief cultural questions to spark dialogue.
Thoughtful questions invite meaningful and respectful exchange.
I will remain open to correction without taking offense.
Openness to correction is a hallmark of effective learners.
I will keep hydration and rest to stay mentally sharp.
Physical well-being supports cognitive performance and mood.
I will balance exploration with careful attention to safety.
Safety ensures that your adventures remain rewarding and sustainable.
I will document memorable phrases and the contexts in which they arose.
Contextual notes make vocabulary immediately usable and memorable.
I will practice responding to unexpected conversational turns.
Flexibility in conversation demonstrates advanced communicative competence.
I will thank each host and vendor sincerely in the local language.
Sincere thanks foster goodwill and deep human connection.
I will share my learning experiences with our online community.
Sharing encourages others and builds a supportive learning network.
I will remain humble and curious throughout my journey.
Humility and curiosity lead to richer encounters and deeper learning.